Hey everyone.
Hey guys, welcome to Obscure MCU. In this episode, I'll be covering the origins, features, and all the different variants of the Super Soldier Serum. It all started in the 1930s, when a German scientist named Abraham Erskine began working on a formula designed to enhance the human body and mind. His work caught the attention of Johann Schmidt, who through intimidation and fear became the first test subject of Abraham's experimental serum. The purpose of the serum is to enhance every aspect of human physiology, as well as the subject's DNA, by expanding and further developing all aspects of what is already inside you. As described by Erskine himself,
the serum amplifies everything that is inside, so good becomes great, bad becomes worse.
Because of this, the serum turned Schmidt into the Red Skull. After being rescued and extracted to the United States by the SSR, Erskine perfected his formula. In 1943, he chose Steve Rogers for Project Rebirth, which was an initiative to give the serum to Allied forces to take down Hydra during World War II. Erskine's serum, combined with Vita rays, successfully transformed Rogers into Captain America. The abilities granted to Steve by the serum included superhuman strength, enhanced speed and agility, superhuman stamina and endurance, enhanced healing factor, enhanced reflexes, disease and toxin immunity, and mental enhancements which increased his brain function, granting him photographic memory, faster decision-making, and heightened strategic thinking. After the successful trial on Steve, before the serum could be mass-produced, Erskine was assassinated, leaving Rogers as the only successful subject of the perfected serum. However, the SSR did collect many blood samples from Steve and use what they could to reproduce it, while Arnim Zola did the same, from blood samples donated by Schmidt and the notes left behind from Erskine while he was captive. Zola took this and attempted to develop his own, which he would test on prisoners of war. Specifically, James Buchanan Barnes. While it slightly enhanced his strength and durability, it didn't significantly alter his appearance due to lack of Vita rays, and it did not amplify his personality traits the way Erskine's serum did for Stephen Schmidt. After Bucky's fall from the train and capture by the Soviets, during the following years, Arnim had more time to finish what he started on Bucky and finalize the serum injection process, fully giving him super strength, speed, stamina, reflexes, and the other abilities from Erskine's formula. After Rogers was presumed dead, the US government used what they could from Steve Rogers' blood samples, and they began working on replicating the serum. They tested it on African American soldiers, leading to many deaths from failed trials, with only Isaiah Bradley surviving. Much like Steve did, Isaiah used his abilities to free soldiers from captivity, proving to be a successful super soldier, but he was imprisoned for decades to cover up the unethical experimentation that gave him his powers. In the 1960s and 70s, the Soviets also tried their hand at recreating the serum and managed to administer their own version to Alexei Shostakov. This serum was presumably derived from the one Zola created and used on Bucky, since we know Hydra and the Soviets had a relationship in the Winter Soldier program. Though we don't know the specifics of this situation around Alexei, the Soviets were unable to replicate the process again, as Alexei is the only successful test subject. And it seems this version was not as expansive as Erskine's original formula, since it only enhanced Alexei's strength, stamina, and speed, and not much in terms of mental capability since he can still get sick, drunk, and is not as intelligent as others who had the proper serum given to them. Several years later, Howard Stark finally managed to crack the code and recreate the original serum. Unfortunately, before it could be used on worthy candidates, Obadiah Stane sold Howard out to the Soviets, and the serum samples were intercepted by the Winter Soldier and given to Hydra. This serum was then given to 5 of Hydra's top operatives, and the serum amplified all aspects of these assassins, including their aggression and instability, which led to their imprisonment in cryogenic chambers for decades to come. After Howard's death, there were no further attempts at recreating the serum until 14 years later, General Thaddeus Ross commissioned another recreation project which would see the full restoration of the serum, precisely the way Erskine did back in the 40s. This led to the recruitment of many scientists, one of which was Bruce Banner, who opted to use gamma radiation as a substitute for Vita rays. Instead of simply enhancing his human physiology, the gamma radiation mixed with the test serum interacted with Banner's DNA, creating a monstrous transformation. As Ross grew desperate to capture Bruce as the hunt for the Hulk went on for years, he used one of the government's earlier samples kept in deep storage, likely from the batch used on Isaiah Bradley, and gave it to Emil Blonsky. Initially, it seemed to be successful, but over time, his aggression was only amplified, and his spine began to protrude. And with the injection of Banner's blood, Blonsky became the Abomination. This led to a battle in the streets of Harlem by Hulk and the Abomination, shutting down Ross's initiative once and for all. Not long after, Steve Rogers, the original recipient of the serum, was discovered. And all other attempts at recreating the serum by the government and other agencies went on hold for a little while longer. But a doctor named Wilfred Nagel was brought in by the CIA to create the most refined version to date, requiring no Vita rays, no cold storage, and causing no physical changes. However, aside from the physical enhancements, there was once again no mental enhancements like photographic memory, proving that to this day, no one was able to recapture Erskine's formula. Just like Erskine warned,
Good becomes great. Bad becomes worse.
However, much like the original version, personality traits seem to have been amplified, as Carly Morgenthau and other individuals who took Nagel's serum like John Walker fell victim to heightened emotions under stress. Since this was all done under the CIA, the organization's new leader, Valentina, seems to have taken over the Super Soldier project, and we may see the result of this in Thunderbolts later this year. With the debut of Bob, also known as Sentry, the serum has shaped some of the most powerful and dangerous figures in the MCU. But what do you think? Should the serum have been mass-produced, or is its scarcity what makes it so special? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe for more videos coming soon. Thanks for watching.
What kind of super serum did you get?
I don't know, regular. Hydra.
Hydra? Oh, fancy.